Ladies, happy day, whichever day you're listening to this. I wanted to read something. There's a lot of times I read stuff and I'm like, it reminds me to share with the ladies, and I don't, but let me share this with you. Self-doubt causes a person to shrink back in fear. Faith is being confident in God and His Word. Perhaps you have a good relationship with God and have no problem trusting Him. But when it comes to trusting yourself to do the right thing, you shrink. You allow fear to control you and pull you back. And I know some of us in this group, I don't want to generalize, but I know we had like a little bit of a conversation about between like believing in God, not God, what is your source, etc. So, you can put in that sentence, universe, source, lo que tú quieras, because it speaks to whatever source you're trusting, okay? Whatever source you're trusting. All right. God once revealed to me that if I didn't trust myself, I didn't trust Him. He said that He is living in me and directing, guiding, and controlling me because I asked Him to do so. I needed to believe God's promises, not my feelings or thoughts. Of course, any one of us can miss God and we can make mistakes. Like we can miss the message. It can happen. We can think we are going in the right direction and discover we are wrong, and that is possible. Very possible. But it's not the end of the world, y'all. Like if you're going in a direction and it's not the direction that you're meant to go, that's not where your purpose is supposed to be leading you, and you go anyways, that is okay. Redirection is part of life. Okay? We can think we're going in the blah, 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 but it's not the end of the world, nor is it anything to become excessively concerned about. If our hearts are sincere and we are honestly seeking God's will, even if we do make a mistake, He will intervene and get us back on track. Quite often, He does it without us even knowing. And this reminded me of our process. Each of our processes here in this group, right? We might be being led somewhere and that might not be the path for us. And that's okay. Even in my case, this is what I'm doing now. I'm fulfilling a purpose right now. Am I going to be mad if I'm redirected somewhere else? No. Is it going to be a hard transition? Absolutely. Just like it was leaving my job. No transition is easy. Okay? But trust in your source. Trust in the universe. Trust in your plan. And also be okay and comfortable if you need some redirection. Okay? The other thing I wanted to mention to you and read to you as I'm planning the agenda for the Manifesting Success workshop that I have coming up on the 23rd of April. This came through to me like wildfire, okay? So this is a book on extraordinary Latinas, and they're short stories, so each woman on here wrote a story. So this one is by, let me give her flowers. I marked so much of her stuff. Hold on. Where's the beginning? Where's page 1, girl? 238. So this is Monica Duperon Rodriguez. Okay. So she speaks about manifesting in thoughts. Okay. So listen closely to your inner voice. Your inner voice, your thoughts and words. They carry your truth. Woo! Haven't I told you? And I'm looking like my son who talks to me like this. The things you think about yourself are your truth, because that's what you think about yourself. So guess what? That's your truth, okay? It don't mean it's right. It don't mean it's wrong. Accept it for what it is. And if it's something you're not okay with and you're not comfortable with that being your truth, let's change it. Let's practice changing our inner voice, our thoughts, and our words, okay? But let me read that to you again. Listen closely to your inner voice, thoughts, and words. They carry your truth. As I began to reflect on my life, I noticed a remarkable pattern. The things I spoke or thought often came to pass. Sometimes my intentions manifested almost instantly, yet others unfolded years later. This brings me to two things. One is your intentions do manifest. Your thoughts do manifest. Even if they're not your reality, they do become your reality because you've been repeating them to yourself so much. And they manifest almost instantly. The other one is time. yet others unfold years later. So sometimes things don't happen in the moment, and sometimes it takes years, y'all. It does. I promise. I opened my LLC 5 years ago. I started the business 5 years ago, opened my LLC in 2021. Okay? And I can tell you that some manifestation doesn't happen right away. Now, do you want to start manifesting now, or do you want to start manifesting later? Start now. But they always materialized. Yeah. Oh, they often unfolded years later, but they always materialized. I've come to understand that when our words and thoughts are aligned with intention, they hold immense power. Be mindful of the intention behind your words, for they often reflect what you truly believe. That is your reality. Be mindful of the intention behind your words, for they often reflect what you truly believe. And that is your reality. Is she saying something you have not heard from me before? Absolutely not. Okay? Let's, on this Sunday day, evening, but again, you might be watching this on a Monday, Tuesday. Pick the day of the week. Let this be the beginning for you. Like I said, I read from the first excerpt, which is from Confident Woman. It is by a Christian author, Joyce Meyer. This is the Confident Woman devotional. Trust yourself. Trust in the power of your source. That's God, the universe, an angel, your ancestors. And then make sure you're aware of what you are saying to yourself through thoughts, words, and your inner voice. Because those things can either manifest instantly, or they can take some time and they will still manifest. So change that to good things, positive words, encouraging words, affirmations, in order for you to create an intentional path for you to manifest. Even if your reality right now isn't what you are affirming to yourself, trust and believe. You affirm it enough, it will become your reality. Okay? So I leave you out with that message today. I felt like this needed to be said. All right, ladies.